you guys? How are y'all doing today? So we're back with another video, and we're going to be throwing some more mods onto the R6. Most importantly, we are going to be putting on this Motion Pro throttle kit, which is going to improve my bike significantly from what I've heard. Also, this spring for my rear brake to help out a lot with the feel. And we got new grips, of course, to go with this throttle kit. And I'm extremely excited to test out this new throttle kit because my OEM R6 one, I don't like it. It's a really long twist that you have to do to get 100% throttle. And also so basically, you know how your throttle is supposed to snap back after you go like this? Mine goes really slow on the R6. If I compare it to this Ducati right here, that's how it's supposed to be. And this is an electronic throttle, so maybe you're like, oh, well, maybe that's why it's not bike cable like this bike. Well, here's a Honda Grom, few $1,000 bike, and look. Snaps right back. So, I don't know. I kind of heard that it's normal for this bike, but at the same time, I don't like it because look how slow that is closing the throttle. I don't know how that could be normal. So anyways, I'm gonna be getting rid of that issue as well. Also, these grips are pretty worn out, as you can see kind of on the top. So I'm gonna be switching those as well at the same time. And what I'm really looking forward to is lessening the twists that I have to do on this throttle tube. So if I was to go all the way, you guys can see, I don't know, I get this pain right there on my wrist because of just how far the twist is when I wanna go wide open throttle. And sometimes I'll be trying to go wide open throttle on the track and there's just that little bit left. And I thought I was all the way fully pinned. So with this kit, it's gonna shorten it by a lot. And these different reels, I think they're called, yeah, reels. These different reels will shorten or lengthen the degree of the twist. So if I want like a really short twist, I can do the most aggressive, or if I want a little bit more intermediate, I can just swap it out really easy. All I'm gonna have to do once the new kit's on there is just loosen these two bolts and pop in a new one. That's it. So it should be pretty simple. Then also my buddy who had an R6 track bike, he had these brake pads which he's gonna install, but he sold his bike. So I'm just gonna take them and go install them on this R6 and see how it works out. I think my pads still have good life left, but they're OEM, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I know they are. I bought this bike with a couple 100 miles. So we can see how this aftermarket one does. And then we have these brand new domino grips right here, which I've never tried domino grips before, so I'm super excited. And the blue paint matches as well. So yeah, that'll look pretty good. Then I also have this kind of brake retention spring. I don't know exactly the name of it, but when I got these Woodcraft rear sets, it didn't come with that. So it goes right there, and I think it's gonna help out a lot from what I've read, because my rear brake, it doesn't really have a good feel. It feels super weak. It feels like it sucks because I can just slam this as hard as I can. I don't know, it feels like it wouldn't do anything at all. So I think that spring's gonna help out a lot. It just goes right there. So we'll get that thrown on there as well. And also on this OEM throttle, here's kind of the play that it has. I know that manufacturers do it so the rider doesn't whiskey throttle, but I don't really care about that. I ride this bike hard and I want all the performance I can get. So we'll hopefully get rid of all this play. And yeah, the main thing, which I'm looking forward to, is getting rid of this long twist. So hopefully that'll be shortened as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this thing out the garage, and I'll check back with you guys once we are on the road. So I'll catch you on in a sec.
All right, first gear, 6,000 RPMs. I was like full throttle. I'm gonna try and do like a couple of test hits like that so I can throw in some clips when we actually get the new kit installed and see like a before and after comparison so we can truly see the difference. So I need to make sure nobody's in front of me. Alright. Ready? 6,000 RPMs. Let's hit it. Well, it's a good little test right there. I'm like a very much in the wide open over there, so I'm like, let me just turn off. I'm gonna hide right here. But you can see right there, I was at 6,000 RPMs, fully pinned it, and the front end got a little light, but it didn't pick up. So we'll see with that new throttle kit. From what I've heard is it loves to wheelie. Because my buddy has a last gen R6 as well. He did the same kit. He said that it just wants to wheelie constantly, so I'm excited. Alright, let's see if we can get like one more little hit up here. Okay, I'm just gonna accelerate pretty quickly right here. We'll see how well it picks up. And I'm not launching, I'm just doing like average kind of street riding, stoplight to stoplight, because that's primarily how you're gonna feel the difference on the road. It's not like we're revving it up and doing launch controls every single stoplight. We'll see, fully pinned right now. Fully pinned. The front end picked up right there though. I'd say that's a pretty good before clip. Fully pinned. Woo! Guys! What? I was not expecting this. I don't think you guys were expecting this either. So shout out to my boy, and I was working on my bike. He just lent me this Indian. I don't even know what it is. He just picked it up, but this thing is sweet. They said it's a 1200cc. Woo! This thing sounds wicked. I've never ridden a cruiser bike before. This is so interesting. Oh, that sounds so good. This is so interesting, dude. I was not expecting this, and I don't even know what to think right now because I've like only ridden sport bikes. Since I started riding, I've like only ridden sport bikes, and now I'm on a 1200cc cruiser. What? This thing sounds nasty too with this exhaust. But I'm so comfortable right now in the seat too. I've never been this comfortable riding a motorcycle. And I'm like so flat-footed, my knees are all bent, everything. I'm not used to that. I'm used to sitting all crouched over, on my tippy toes, uncomfortable. Right now I feel like I'm sitting on my family room couch. Actually, no. My family room couch is uncomfortable. This feels really good. It feels like my bed. But this thing is super torquey. Like, listen to this idle. Woo! Woo! This is so new to me. It's like being comfortable riding a motorcycle. That's like so foreign. And being this low. This like sits lower than the Honda Grom that I have. This is not my bike, so I'm being like as gentle and as careful as possible, also because this is my first time riding a cruiser. So like shifting right now is so weird because my leg's not like straight vertical. It's like going out in front of me. Oh dude, I shouldn't have done this. This is so nice. No, I want something like this. Or at least a naked bike. Woo! 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 Hear that downshift, dude? Oh my gosh, it sounds beautiful. Listen to this. Just listen to it, man. Oh yeah, I like this a lot. Dude, shout out to him, man, for letting me ride this bike. Especially since he just got it too. Like a few weeks ago. If that. Also, I can't install the brake pads because I just realized I only had one side. So, I gotta order more of those brake pads. But at least I got one side for free. Oh, it's so awkward. I'm like, I could touch the ground. I'm like thinking I'm just gonna float. Dude, this sounds awesome. This has really good power too. The only thing is this front brake doesn't give me like a really good bite initially. Maybe I just have to pull it in a lot. Again, I'm just used to a Yamaha Super Sport. Maybe that's why I just really need to get into it more. The bite's just way different. But this is a beautiful bike. I really like this whole retro style that they do. Woo! That sounds phenomenal. Oh, where do I put my feet? I'm just so not used to having my feet in front of me, man. Well, what do you guys know about Indians? Do you guys like them? Do you not? I don't know anything about them. This is just like, alright, he said you can take it, I don't have to call an Uber. That's fine by me. But it's super easy to get going out of first. Because of all the torque that this thing has. Dude, this thing sounds so gnarly. I feel so cool riding this thing, dude. Listen to the downshifts. It's like a pop. Wow. I'm trying to figure out what gear I'm in, but I don't think I see any indication where I could figure that out. I hope I'm in first right now, or I'm gonna stall at this light. It's gonna be real bad. Whew, thank the Lord. It's like now it shows my gear. I gotta learn this tachometer. Oh, sounds so good. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I love this, dude. This is just such a nice ride. Like I could just cruise like this all day. Go on a road trip or something. I don't be feeling this way in my R6. I do not. But this makes me just like love riding. I feel like I'm enjoying this so much right now. I like understand the hype now. I really get it. I actually kicked up that foot peg and then I was like looking for it and it was just up there. I had to kick it back down. Okay, this is a lot I need to get used to on cruisers, but hey, this is a lot of fun. It's a really nice experience. So, shout out to my guy for letting me take this thing out. So now we're gonna go head back there and pick up my bike because he said it's already done. And it's only been like an hour and a half. Let me avoid this water, not bring back a dirty bike, that'd be very disrespectful. And water spots are one of like the biggest pains to get out. And that looks like a cop, it has like the big antenna on the back, but license plates are for a different state, so I don't care. Woo! I'm just barely opening her up. Like I said, it's not my bike, so I am like being as careful as I can be. And as gentle as I can be with this bike. Woo! Why are you braking, bro? Ain't nobody here. Ain't nobody in front of you. I'm gonna just move over here. I don't trust you. I don't know what you got going on. Woo! So much wind, but it feels great right now tonight. It's like in the 70s. I got my leathers on. It's perfect. Listen to this crack on the blip. Woo. This sounds so good, dude. Listen to this. Appreciate you letting me ride it, man.
Dude, that? I don't know if you want that red one on there.
Is it that twitchy?
I rode it real quick, like on the side, and just, you're gonna take it for a ride, man. Take it for a spin.
Okay.
it's very responsive.
All right. I'm nervous. Alrighty guys, this is like a first little ride. I'm gonna do like an official ride tomorrow, still in this video, but like once it's daylight. Well, let's just get our first impressions. Oh my gosh! Well, first of all, I cannot like go from a cruiser to this. These bars feel like they're like little twigs compared to those cruiser bars. And my seating position feels like I'm sitting on top of like a mountain. Alright, let me not loop. Let me not loop. These grips are so thin too. I feel like I have way better feeling with these grips because they're so thin. Alright. Let's give a little test. Bruh! Oh my gosh, I love that! Dude, that is so responsive. I have to be so careful. Oh my gosh. It's just so sensitive now. So I told him to put in the most aggressive reel. So it's basically the most aggressive throttle that I can have with that kit. And oh my gosh, it's so quick to respond, dude. Like, this throttle's like immediate now. This is wild. This is a little crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay, this feels so much faster. It's wild. And with these grips, it basically feels like there's like no grip. That's how thin these are. But honestly, like for performance reasons, I like that. For comfort, yeah, it's not there. My pro grips are definitely more comfortable, but for like performance reasons, these are definitely better because I get a lot of feeling. I'm gonna need to be careful with this thing though in the corners when I give it a little bit of throttle. To not give it too much. I could easily see myself giving it a little bit too much throttle while I'm just trying to keep it stable in the corners. Barely tapping it. And it's lurching forward. Oh my gosh! Yeah, we're gonna need to be careful with this. I'm like barely opening the throttle and it just lurches. This is seriously aggressive. I'm gonna need to get used to this, man. This might be too aggressive, but hey, let's just send it. Alright guys, but I want to save like this ride for just tomorrow. I want to go like in the daylight just so I can see everything, because man, I want to go test this thing out and I can't really see exactly who's around me just by their headlights, and you know your boy, now to be careful, gotta stay out of trouble. Y'all get what I'm saying? So I think we're gonna save the official ride for tomorrow. But again, for you guys, you don't have to wait at all. It's just gonna cut right to it. But before I go head back and park this thing up, I wanna go get a picture of it for Instagram. So you guys over there can as well know before anybody else that got these mods done. So honestly, Instagram is where you'll see everything first. So if you guys aren't already following me over there, definitely go follow me at DMVAMG. Support your boy. I really do appreciate it. Each and every one of you. Let me just show you guys this real quick though. Look at that. Hallelujah. So much better. Alright, I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.
All right, you guys, so it is the next day, and what I want to do first before we hop back on the bike is show you the differences between these different reels. So the kit came with 5 of them, 50 millimeter, 45 millimeter, 40, 35, and then this road race cam, which is this orange one right here. Now, I totally forgot that this was actually the one that I wanted to install on the bike. Since I bought this kit so long ago and I finally got around to getting it installed, I totally forgot, but this is the one I wanted in the bike, and let me explain why. So this RR cam rail, sport bike oriented, it acts like a slow throttle to 40% opening, then progressively changes to fast profile from 70 to 100% throttle. So this is really nice because right here, like it says, it allows rider greater control at lower throttle openings, but acts like a racing throttle at higher throttle openings. So that would be nice for cornering on the track, so I don't accidentally give it too much throttle and kick out the rear. And again, it's not the end of the world or anything like that. This is still significantly better. But before my next track day, which may be in 2 weeks, I don't know if my scheduling is going to work out, I might switch to this RR cam rail. And right here on the box, I want to show this to you guys as well. It is for a 636, but that's not the point. So right here, you'll see throttle valve opening and throttle rotation degrees. So you guys can see all the different colors. If you kind of pause it, you can see all the different colors and how they act differently. This kit definitely looks super cool, having the Motion Pro logo up there, and the cables and everything just looks so much more premium than the OEM factory ones. Even just this material right here. It looks so good, and you'll see right there, Rev 3. Motion Pro, which looks super cool. Right here is the OEM cables. You guys can see, just doesn't have the same amount of aura that that Motion Pro one has. And what I want to really highlight is look how much better this throttle snap is now. Let's compare that to the before. And now we have this. Crazy. Also, with these new domino grips, it honestly feels more like there's no grip on the bike. It just feels like I'm holding the bar, which is nice for performance because you get a lot of feel. Where I had the Pro grips before, which were the identical to these, just in blue, these ones are really comfortable and kind of more plush, so you don't feel the bar as well. So for just general riding, that's nicer. But for performance, this will be nicer. And this bike is, like I said, becoming more track bike on the channel. So this will probably be our dedicated kind of race bike, track bike. So I'm all for that. Especially once these race style fairings show up for my R6, it's gonna transform the entire look and make it look even more proper. And also right down here, I forgot to show you guys, the spring is in there for the rear brake. So definitely helps me out with the feel and it kind of retracting a lot easier. So really glad I went ahead and picked that up.
It's a little bit later in the day from that clip that you just watched, and I'm actually heading back to my buddy's house who just installed it because we're gonna put in a different reel. So I was just thinking about it. I'm like, okay, let me just swap it out. Let me not wait and just knock it out. Cause I was just thinking, I'm like, this throttle is super aggressive with this reel, but the one thing I don't like is it's very on and off, and I want something that's gonna be a little bit more progressive, which is what the RR cam sounded like. That one sounded like it's perfect for track racing, perfect for cornering, because I feel like this one, when I was cornering or just taking a turn, if I give it like just a little bit too much throttle, it wants to just lurch forward, and I don't want that while cornering because that rear end will just kick out in a high side a little bit easier. Of course, I could still ride it probably just fine, but I have the ability to go change it out because it came with that many different reels, so you can customize it to your liking. And that's essentially what I'm going to go do. So, about to go head over to my buddy's house, and we are going to swap this out with the RR cam rail. This guy stared at my bike. Hard. I could feel his eyes on me, bro. I take it as a compliment, though. But yeah, so we're gonna go swap out to that, and I kind of explained to you guys earlier in the video what that is. So, but already just this throttle kit in general is so much more responsive and so much quicker than my other one. Like, I'm barely cracking it and it's already responding like if I was gonna be half throttle on the OEM one. You're well into my lane, man. It feels like if you're playing a video game and your sensitivity is like all the way turned up. That's how this thing feels. And kind of the good thing is I can keep changing in and out on what different sensitivity you want the throttle to be, what degree of turn and all that. Yeah, that is crazy. This bike feels so much faster right now. And of course, it doesn't change the power, but it's just, you have to do way less throttle input to get out that same amount of power. So it's kind of like a cheat code if you want to make your bike faster. Do a throttle kit. And this kit I got from Boss Racing, and it was on sale. I want to say it was just $143.99, so under 150 bucks, and you guys can have a totally different bike. It's wild. And again, I'm not even like sponsored or paid or nothing like that. I haven't even fully tested this thing out, but I already know I'm gonna really like it just because the performance right off the bat, it's so sensitive, because it makes the bike feel so much faster because you have to turn way less to get the power. I just wish you guys could like experience it and ride this bike, because I feel like just me saying it and explaining it might not convey it the best, but it's pretty crazy. What I truthfully need to do is go to a track day, because I have a pretty good understanding of what times I'm putting down right now in a lap at the track that's closest to me in West Virginia. So I want to go back out there and go do some laps, go run this thing, and kind of review it and see where my times are looking, and see if I pick up any couple seconds, which I know I will. Especially since the R6 has no power low end, no torque, no nothing. So basically until like 8,000-9,000 RPMs I have no power. It makes it feel like you have something more now, some more oomph. Okay, this is the test with the RR cam reel. So this one should be better for track riding and all around kind of best of both worlds. We're just gonna do a little test ride right now, man, and see how I like to play in the throttle too. Kind of adjust everything throttle wise, throttle tube, cables, all that, and get it perfected. Alright, initial impressions, this one's a lot more friendly to work with. I think this one would be a lot better for kind of that mix of street and track. So honestly, that's perfect. And I still street ride this thing, so I shouldn't have. So I kind of don't want something that's a little bit too all or nothing. I need like a little mix. That's not a track only bike. Alright. Spicy. We had some front wheel come up there. Alright, you guys, so now let's go on our little test ride back. And I'm just loving how this bike is turning out, man. This is just exactly what I wanted. It's kind of like a track build, and we are getting there, man. Honestly, if we had race fairings on here, it'd just be a full race bike because of all the mods we got. We got clip-ons, we got stabilizers, we got better brake fluid, we got a throttle kit, frame sliders, engine covers, tune, all the goodies, man. Now what I do want to do next is the brakes. Honestly, what I really want to do is like find some Brembo calipers that would fit on here, because they just look so good, but dang, they are expensive. So I think what I'm going to do is, what I think I'm going to do is some stainless steel brake lines to get a really good feel, and then I'll also upgrade to a Brembo master cylinder. Now doing both of those would significantly upgrade my braking. good, man. We got another last gen R6 right there, which looks so sweet. Woo! Thing sounds really good too. I think that has a slip in mid-pipe. Woo! Listen to these pops. This throttle, you guys, my front end picked up right there immediately. I had to let back down. Yeah, man, this feels great. This is definitely the right decision, going with this throttle kit. The response is just so crazy. Like you guys saw right there. If I did that hit with my stock throttle tube, all that, the front end would have not picked up that aggressive. Maybe a little bit, but that thing really wanted to come up there, as I had to let off. That's my buddy right there who did the work on my bike and his son. So that's awesome, man. That is honestly like father goals right there, bro. Being able to ride with your son like that. Alright, we're at 8,000 RPMs. I'm just going to crack it. Wide open. Yeah. Definitely noticeable, man. Super, super, super noticeable. And he adjusted the play in the throttle too, so there's like very little play now. Still left a little bit since it's a street bike, not just a full race bike, so that really helped out too. I got one more spot I'm gonna go to. We're gonna do a little bit of testing, but otherwise this gets 2 thumbs up from me. Also because I love the adjustability that you can do. It has so many different reels which adjust the degrees and the turn, all that stuff, man. And again, you're not spending a lot of money. I spent less than $150 to get this kit. I feel like bang for your buck wise, there's not another mod that you can get that's going to affect your bike this much. Like a tune, exhaust, that's all way more than 150 bucks. And again, I'm not paid, I'm not sponsored, nothing like that. I didn't get this for free. I paid my own money. So if you guys have any good or bad reviews on this, on why you should or shouldn't get it, definitely drop it down below. So if you guys have a Motion Pro kit or any sort of throttle kit, definitely drop it down below, your opinions or reviews on it, the things you like, don't like. I want to hear all you guys' thoughts, because I've only talked to like one other person who's had this kit, and that kind of really sent me over the edge to go buy one myself. So you guys let me know down below. It's so strong, man. This bike has came a long way, man. It just puts the biggest smile on my face every time I ride it, and every time we do something new to it, because it's just like a dream come true. The R6 was literally my dream bike. Now we got one and we modded it up exactly how I dreamt of. Alright, let's give it a good little rip. Phenomenal, bro. Phenomenal. This is great. This is great, man. Oh my gosh. So we just left a little bit of play in there. You guys can see right there. That's it. So that's all the play that there is. That should be fine. We can always adjust it pretty easily just by touching those cables. So yeah, man. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below. But these domino grips look great too. Look at that. Alright you guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe button, and drop down below what you guys want to see next. So as always, please ride safe. So as always, take care, ride safe, always wear your gear. Peace.